Lightworkers are a form of another being, which are just humans, that come into the earth realm by choice to help and aid humanity. The purpose of a Lightworker is to be able to bring back the light, love, unconditional love, the feeling and the gratitude of appreciation, all those positive things back into the earth realm. Lightworkers are of all types of life, all types of people. It could be a doctor, a teacher, it could be your neighbor, it could be anybody. The purpose of a Lightworker is to bring back the light, as light bearers some people say, to bring back the love and the whole point of life back into humanity. The population has become so vast. It's exploded. There's more people in the world now than there were centuries ago. And with that, there's also a huge amount of, an exponential amount of hatred, war, and a lot of things that are very negative and can stop us from our soul growth. And with that can also turn a lot of the souls into earthbound souls and never really progress, and all they focus on is materialization, the things that the physical life has to offer, which are good and to appreciate, but that's not the sole reason of why we're here. We're here to love people, we're here to learn lessons and master them. Lightworkers are here to be the reminders, the teachers, the guiders, and the healers of many backgrounds, many lifestyles, many purposes in different ways. I'm personally a light worker, and so with that, in my way, I'm intuitive, and with my intuitive gifts as a psychic medium first, psychic second, I do what is best for me to help humanity, to bring back the Word of God, to bring back the security and the serenity of the fact that the other side does in fact exist, and that we are here for a very divine reason. In fact, what it is we chose as a sacrificial way to come back to the earth realm and to teach people the things that we have mastered in our lifetimes, and to come back and teach them. Does it make us better than anybody? No, of course not. Humility, being humble, is the number one key about all of this. But it does help us and to help them in our soul growth to work together, but most of all for the light workers to do their duty, which is to be here, to be a guide, to be the light bearer, to torch the way to where at will where we're supposed to go. It's a tragic experience, a reality that we have to face in this lifetime and in many others, unfortunately, is that there's going to be people that say they are of light, but then they damage others, they put others down, and if you see that in a way, that's not a true light worker. They may in fact be a light worker, but then it goes to their head, their ego, and then it can cause them to stop their flow, their spiritual growth, and also stop other people. Light workers are a being that is no different than any other human soul. And we are here solely for the purpose of humanity, to bring back faith and restore what is supposed to be essential in our spiritual growth. One of the most common signs is knowing that you have dreams about the world ending or helping people. A lot of people experience these. I personally experienced them for many years before I really realized what it was, what was the reason of why I was dreaming them. Even if you didn't even think about it, even if you didn't watch movies about it, it still can be a huge sign towards your purpose of why you're here. Another sign that's pretty common is anxiety. Do you get stressed? Do you get anxiety? Commonly, most often, when it comes to the idea or the thought that you haven't helped people enough, that you weren't there enough, that you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to live my life and never actually fulfill helping people, rescuing people, whatever it is that you feel that you have to do, whether it's about animals, about children, about the environment, about people, that is, or about an important inspirational, motivational message that people need to know. Another sign of being a light worker is empathy. Do you feel a lot of empathy? And sympathy and empathy are different. But if you're feeling a lot of empathy, you know, feeling of you want to help, you want to give, you want to do, you want to be selfless, you want to just put in all of your time and effort in being there for somebody, and you know how they feel. You hear their stories, and it touches your heart to the point where you can't stop but cry. It's an expression, it's a feeling of being. That's one of the number one keys of also being a light worker. You have the feeling of helping people in need. Do you have the strong sense of justice? Do you want things and people to be heard in a respected way? Would you put yourself at risk in the case of saving another, regardless of how the outcome will be? It's just a strong sense of knowing, which is another thing which is called claircognizance. It's a strong, which is one of these people call this psychic ability, but it's really, I don't want to call it psychic because it's really not. It's a different level. It's a strong sense of knowing. It's an intuitive sense that we are all born with, but some light workers, most light workers are. They have a stronger sense in knowing that, which is another sign that you are a light worker. And the strong sense of knowing is where you can feel and you know you're different. You feel and you know. It doesn't even have to be where, you know, you're a different color, you're different height, you're different status. It doesn't matter about the physical. It's about who you are on the inside. Do you feel that you have a hard time making friends? Do you find that every single time when you try to connect with somebody, they seem to fall away, or you attract certain people? Do you attract projects? Another thing too is a sign. Do you have the habit of attracting people into your life that seem to always have everything in their life up in flames? That they're always drama, they're always having something that needs to be fixed, they're always coming to you for help. Do you have the ability to guide people in the right direction? Do you have advice for people that you just don't even know where it came from? It just clicks. That's usually it's part of your intuition that develops, which a lot of light workers have. Always establish the fact and understand that light workers are here for a duty. Does that mean that we are a slave to humanity? Absolutely not. Light workers still have the right to say no. Just because someone comes to you and says, I really need money and I really need this help, or I need a babysitter, or I don't know what to do with my life and I really need help, or this person keeps abusing me and I don't know what to do. Yes, I do encourage you to always put your foot forward in the best know-how of how to help people. But does that mean you have to say yes to every single thing that occurs? Absolutely not. There are going to be times where you're going to have to do tough love, and after you help them a certain amount of times and say, and this will be when you know it's the right moment for this, and you would tell that person or tell those that come to you, I believe that you need to look at this in your own way. This is a lesson you need to learn. As a light worker, it's extremely hard to do that. Saying no is another huge sign of being a light worker. Not being able to say the word no. It is so hard for even me. I have a hard time saying no. And that's only because it is the urge to please people. Are you a pleaser? Do you want to make people happy? Do you get this high? Do you get this high that you cannot explain to the point where it's literally addictive to help people on a regular basis of whatever it is that you do? The point of being here is to enhance humanity. The reason also why light workers are brought back into Earth is because of the fact that humanity is in dire need of light. We have too much negativity. It has grown exponentially, and it's not something to be proud of. Does it mean in a way that we are at fault for it? In some cases, yes and no. It's all based off of the fact that because of the fact that there's more of a population on Earth, it also causes people to be blinded by the fact that we are here. Being a light worker is a blessing. It is an opportunity for not only you, but for humanity to expand your awareness, your highest level of consciousness, and to achieve the goal, which is to be one with Source, our Creator. Establishing this relationship with yourself and honing your abilities and your purpose will help you and aid the rest of humanity. When you feel as if you are confused, go to other people that you know are light workers. Look into sources that will provide you this relationship and this information. Understanding and accepting yourself will help you exponentially, but most of all, humanity, which is our goal.